Hello my friends, today is a big one. We take on 3 different badges, we catch some of the best shinies in the game, in my opinion. We're looking hella handsome and embarking on a journey of a lifetime. Look no further legends, as this is the Badge Quest, episode 3. But firstly, let's get you up to speed. We have collected these 4 badges, and here is how our team looks so far. We have Sean the Skidoo, Zeppelin the Drifloon, Pistachio the Monkey, Hot Wings the Fletchinder, and Donald the Psyduck. And now it was time to challenge for our next badge, which took us to our first Team Star base to challenge Dark Crew and Giacomo. Our first task was to face this Team Star grunt by the gates, sent out Murkrow, but they were no match for me and my fiery bird, Hot Wings. After you beat the guards, you have the task of defeating 30 of the Team Star grunt's Pokemon in 10 minutes. But I mean, with a trio of Pistachio, Hot Wings and Sean, we cleared them out in just over 2 minutes. I mean, getting past this challenge was as hard as getting past this security guard. Then it was time for Giacomo himself. My man can run a base and DJ at the same time. It was time to retire his ass so he can go and concentrate on his DJ career. So Giacomo sent out Pawniard, but we had the perfect counter for this as we sent out Pistachio, who was super effective with his fighting type moves. One single cross chop and we sent Pawniard back to the chessboard. But then it was time for the big guns. Revavroom was up next, but Pistachio had the move Low Kick, which has a greater effect against heavier Pokemon. So this bulky truck was getting kicked to the curb. We defeated Revavroom, and has anybody ever noticed about its tongue that sticks out when it gets knocked out? Look at that. I've never noticed that before. We did it. We beat the Team Star Dark Crew. We beat Giacomo and we got the badge. Let's go. After we earned our next badge, I really wanted to get a ground type Pokemon for the team, as my next badge target was Iono, the electric gym leader. So we made an encounter ground level 1 sandwich and we went to work. Our work took us to the Acedo Desert, where there was many options that we could actually pick from with this sandwich. Fanfi, Donphan, Sandile, and there was also Silly Cobra, just to name a few. But this hunt took forever. I mean, I can't even count how many laps of the desert we actually did in that horrible sandstorm as well. It made things so much harder to find and even to see. To take a break from the sandstorm, we searched the West Province Area 2, where Fanfi and Donphans still spawned. There was also a cave that had Larvatars inside, which would be an insane addition to the team. But on the second day of searching for a ground type Pokemon, when we headed to the cave, we ran into this outbreak, and it was the very first time we ever encountered Noibat. So we are putting new Pokemon luck to the test. I mean, look at how many Noibats are in this cave. Does this mean we can technically call this cave the Bat Cave now? But I was so hopeful because I really like Noibat shiny, so we went into full concentration hunting mode, and then... Oh, I found a shiny Noibat!
They exist!
It exists! I can see it! There we go. Here we go. Yeah, we got it. Let's go. When it came to a nickname, I had 2 in mind. It was Batman or Morbius. Both work, but let me know in the comments which one you think fits better. But in my head, Batman was taken over, so that is what we settled for.
I'm Batman.
But can we just take a moment just to appreciate how amazing Noibat shiny is? Aww. After collecting Batman, it was time to head to Levincia. And what a town this is. Look at all of the lights. The arena is like a festival on water. and if you couldn't guess who the gym leader was, she is plastered all around the town on any and every screen she could. Look at this. But before we can face Jaws, Iono, we had to take part in a gym challenge, where we had to feature in one of Iono's streams to dazzle the audience and rack up those subscriptions. Yeah, subscribe if you're dazzled. Are you dazzled yet? I'm joking. The challenge is simply to find Clavel or Mr. Walkabout 3 times. Firstly, he's at a table. Second, he's playing at the health centre. And third, he's on a boat. But in between, you have to fight one of Iono's fans, and during this, our sweet little Pistachio grows up and evolves into Primeape. Yo, there he is, look at him, Primeape. Pistachio has evolved. And once we have defeated the fan, we completed the gym challenge, and then it was Iono time. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Alrighty then, who's ready to see me kick some butt? Hey, less of that. Need to get a coat that fits you. Here we go. How is she going to throw that? Oh my day, just take your jacket off, it doesn't fit you. I want to know how those Magnemite are fitting on her head. Right, Wastrel, we're shadow balling you, mate, sorry. Easy work. Look at the way she has to throw the Pokeball. Where's she pulling them from? Shadow Ball seems to be working well, so let's keep using that. Let's keep using that. Right, okay, one more of them. We should be able to get past him. Oh, it charged its power. Oh, wow. Zeppi! No! We haven't used Primeape yet, so let's see how Primeape can do. Primeape the Pistachio. Right, it's got 100 power. Come on. Yes, there we go. Now we're talking. So at this point, I thought it was time to use our secret weapon, Sean. Sean has Bulldoze, a super effective ground type move, which I thought would wipe the rest of the team. It worked wonders for dealing with the Luxio, 2 Bulldozes, and we cleared it no problem at all. But next up was Miss Magus, and well, I wasn't expecting this, and Miss Magus made my secret weapon as useful as a gun without any ammo. Not only did Miss Magus confuse us, it had Levitate. Our ground move attack was nerfed completely. Sean was defeated, and then next Donald fell victim as well. But being a water type, it was expected for this gym, but it's never nice to see, is it? Now it was time for Batman to make his debut for the team. Go on, Batman, you can do it! But of course, Maggie confused us. Why wouldn't she, the cheeky devil? But we tried to use Bite to try and get some flinches off, but Maggie was far too powerful, and with 2 hexes, she put Batman down. And at this point, I was starting to panic a little bit, and I was running out of ideas of what to do, and when I look back, I probably should have used Pistachio for the terrestrializing, but we used Hot Wings instead. I had faith, and I can't tell you why. It could have been a heat of the moment thing. But we ate the charge beam with Hot Wings and used our terrestrialized acrobatics, and we actually took Maggie down to about a quarter health left. I used another potion, thinking in my eyes if we used one more acrobatic, we would actually take Maggie down. But with the stat boost, it only took 1 charge beam, and this time Maggie took Hot Wings out of the battle. It all came down to this. Pistachio, the Primeape, versus Maggie, the Miss Magus. I actually couldn't believe it. Our cross chop was avoided and Maggie confused us. I thought this would be it with how our luck has been, so we revived Zeppelin just in case. But Pistachio ate the charge beam and we risked it. And it actually paid off. We avoided hitting ourselves with confusion, and Pistachio hit the cross chop to take down the Miss Magus. We did it, everybody! What a relief that was. We beat Iono and we earned our next badge. Let's go. Shortly after we beat Iono, our boy Zeppi turned from a happy little balloon to a blimp-filled gas machine. There's going to be no stopping us now. Look at the size of him. The next day, it was time to find a new friend to add to the team. And damn, look at that. It's a Gyarados outbreak and its shiny is incredible. Gyarados for many would have been the first shiny they have ever encountered, because in Pokemon Gold and Silver, in the Lake of Rage, there he is, a shiny Gyarados in all of his glory 24 years ago. Man, how nostalgic is this game? I love it. So fast forward 24 years and here he is in Pokemon Scarlet. Look at how far things have come. It's crazy, right? Technology and all that jazz. But what's even crazier is we managed to encounter a shiny Gyarados, and I honestly can't get over how good Gyarados looks shiny. Look at him. We managed to catch it, and we named him Gary. Let's go. Now we had a decision on our hands. As Gary was our 7th shiny member, someone had to leave the team. To be honest, this wasn't too much of a hard choice, as Gary was a water type and so was Donald. So we switched them over. I didn't mind doing this, as I much prefer Donald to stay as a Psyduck than evolve into Golduck, because I hate that shiny form. Pokemon really missed a trick. Imagine if they made Golduck's shiny yellow. That would have been awesome. I mean, if you disagree, feel free to roast me in the comments. I'll be waiting. So Gary was in the team, and next on our hit list was the Team Star Fire Crew base and their leader, Mela. As we approached the gates, how fitting is it that it started to rain? I felt like the gods were on our side, looking down on me and Gary, and nothing was going to stop us. We had to tackle the Team Star guard. He sent out Houndour, and we sent out Gary, of course. Look at the size difference there. The Team Star Grunt and Houndour were absolutely gobsmacked. And I'm not surprised, because one Aqua Tail and this battle was done and dusted. But you know how the bases work by now. We press the button, we clear 30 Pokemon, and then it's time for the base leader. And here comes Mela. I tell you what, the Rev Room body paint is actually quite nice, isn't it, with all the flames and everything around it? I really like that. But Mela summoned out her inner Roman Reigns spirit, and it was time to battle. Torkoal was her first Pokemon, and of course we kept using Gary. We used Waterfall, and not only is it super effective, it has the possibility of causing a flinch, which I thought would be very useful, but 3 of these shots and Torkoal went in night-night. Next up was the big boy, Revavroom. And we take its best shot, Blazing Talk, no problem at all. And we wasn't messing around. We decided to Terrastallize. And return with a waterfall of our own. And after taking minimal damage from the Blazing Talk, we hit a massive waterfall which took it down to red, and then finished it off with another waterfall. And we took down Mela and the Firestar crew base and earned ourselves our next gym badge. Mela must have had an absolute mean handshake. Look at that picture. We look in absolute agony doing that handshake. But I'll tell you what helped ease our pain with these legends. All these legends commented after I said in the last video, and in a pinned comment, which Pokemon would you like for me to hunt for next. So thank you so much for the suggestions, as it helps ease my undecisive brain as what we should hunt for next. And I do plan on adding one of these Pokemon to the team in the next video, so keep an eye out for that, because one of these could feature. This has been episode 3. You have been amazing, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!